Short record. Okay, so we're saying CJ we can potentially buy. We just need like an entry here because this looks like it will buy all the way to 109, 109, 200. That would be my TP on CJ. 109, 200. Okay, M15, we've got a flip zone. Safe entry would be to wait for the current M15 to close. The stop loss would go just below this current M15 candle. And the take profit would go to 109, 200. So I'd say for now, I've got a setup like this. It's a continuation pattern. If they happen to come down, they will still come bounce here. We'll still be looking for longs because the higher time frame is showing us buys. So CJ, that's my current view. They have good buys. Let's go back to EU. EU, I'm still it's really fucking confusing. EU, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on it and see exactly what they want to do. The reason I'm waiting is because if we go to the H1, price is still within the core CPI range, which is this high here they set during the core CPI hour and this low here. We're still within this range. So as long as you're within this range, the moves in here will be a bit, they could be fake moves. So I prefer them to get out of this range before before I execute anything. Then Nasdaq still looks like they want to push up. You can see I had anticipated sales here as I was still mapping it out. Excuse me. Let's see M15 quickly. All right, let me see how the current M15 closes. So for this one, the core CPI candle was this one on M15. Let me just check H1. Okay, H1, it was this one. So they are outside the range. I feel like today we just picked something which didn't really move according to our plan. But if we had traded something else like Nasdaq, we could have caught a nice buy earlier. But again, we win some, we lose some. So this is the range of the CPI candle. That's the top range, and this is the bottom range. So if M15 closes above that core CPI range, it can give us a chance to actually take buys back to yesterday's highs. Or this zone, let me see where this zone is coming from. Okay, yeah, it's going to be tricky. So Nasdaq, I think let's wait because I've noticed we've got this order block here, right here. So they can still respect it and still push down. So let's wait for it. I want to see how they react there. But again, if we close above, we can potentially break the supply zone and come towards this particular one on top here. So there's a few scenarios which can actually play out on Nasdaq. But the only thing I feel like I need is if I can get 50 points, I'll take this trade. Oil is good news just now. So I wonder how they're going to play out. EU, no, I'm out of EU, bro. I'm out. EU, I'm out of it. I closed it with a loss because my view was a buy. It didn't materialize. So EU closed with a loss. CJ is looking good. I think I'm going to go with CJ. I mean, I'll go with CJ and see if we can play out there. Then, because we still have 30 minutes left, this is the current Q zone, so we can still get another setup soon. Let me just update CJ. Yeah, I'm just updating this into the group. So the current stop loss on CJ is 107740, which is right there, just below the last M15 candle. That's where the stop loss is. But they can potentially take it out and come back into this OB. So just be in mind. But if they respect it, I'm still going to execute buys. But for now, that's my setup. I'm just going to check it later. Okay, Nasdaq, I think I'm going to go on longs. I'm going to buy Nasdaq. Just based on the view I had just now. It's either it's going to play out or it's going to take me out. So my setup on Nasdaq is looking like this. Stop loss might be tricky here, but if my target is here, just calculate 70. Okay, let's see. We broke structures. For now, my stop loss would be 15,290. Then if we take out this high, I'll move my stop loss to just here. For now, let me just confirm. Because I hate getting taken out. Yeah, you see, maybe out here is safer. The safest stop loss will be out here. But the risk to reward won't be worth it for the trade. So I'm going to put it here. 15,300. Let me update that one as well. Yeah, that's a very tight stop there as well. 15,300. Okay. Right, either they'll play out or they won't. TP, I might extend it to yesterday's high, but I'll just see how this trade goes because I'm not really. Oh, I forgot about oil news. Okay, let me check it quickly. Let me check it. Okay, I want a break here. Maybe extend this a bit. 15,500. Okay, I'm going to oil just now. Oil. Hey, that was a huge spike on the bottom there. Let's see. Let me see how this current 3-minute candle closes for those buys. Yeah, let's see how it closes there. Because here it looks like liquidity was taken out. So buys can play out nicely on oil. Let's see where the 3-minute closes. US oil. Looking for it on my phone. Okay, found it. Okay, I'm buying oil now, bro. I'm buying oil as well. Stop loss would come just below the last 3-minute candle. This plays out, it will be a quick trade, but let's see how it goes. Let me see how high they can push. If they are to push up, they can potentially come and extend today's highs. So that's possible on oil. Okay, that's possible. So my TP is on 89, 89.60. That's my TP. Okay, let's see how they go. So yeah, it's NAS, CJ, and oil. Those are the 3 trades I have. Mm, that was a nice call on oil there. I feel like oil will play out. It has to play out. The only thing not playing out, okay, Nasdaq is a bit slow, but looks like it's coming along. Let's see how it goes. Check on EU. EU is playing with us. See here, if we were still in our setup, this trade would not have taken us out. Let me see what they want to do. I think, okay, so here's my view on EU right now. Remember, we're saying we've got these highs and these lows from the CPI thing, and we want price to come outside so that we take the buys. If we come outside, it will be near the entry point for our buys. So even if we are here, I think I'll execute the buys. Yeah, I think I'll execute buys. Once we come somewhere here where the entry was, I might still consider taking buys. Let's also see how this M15 closes. Yeah, let's keep an eye on EU. We might still be able to take buys, or we should just use a buy stop. Yeah, I'm thinking a buy stop on where we had entered initially. A buy stop on 1.07500. Buy stop on 1.07500 on EU. Okay, let's see buy stop 1.07500. Buy stop. Okay, I'll send the buy stop values on the group with the stop loss and the take profit as well. Now EU, we're gonna hit it with a buy stop. Okay, so we want them to get outside that range. I'm hoping they will, but if we miss EU today, if they decide not to play out tomorrow in the afternoon, we'll definitely kill it at 2:15. They've got a news event which they have, so we'll definitely still kill it tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. Okay. Okay, Nasdaq is in motion. Um, Oil is in motion. CJ is in motion as well. So yeah, these are the setups we have for now. Let's just see how they play out within the next couple of minutes. I think in about 30 minutes or so, we'll see how the trades play out. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So sometimes these trades, they need a lot of patience, bruh. Like if we trade in New York, the kill zone, it's usually, I would say 15:30, because that's when the stock market opens. But again, 15:30 is sort of the build-up time for the setups which happen between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. So this would be if you want to trade in the afternoons, just know if you come on the charts, you can start watching price from around 3:15, 3:30, see how it plays out. Then setups usually appear at this time. At some point, you might not have a setup happening on the asset you're trading, but on some other asset, a setup will be happening at this time. And if you get in at the right time, like for example, on oil here, that was a good call you did. It takes you straight into profits. And usually, depending with the momentum in the markets, it goes straight to TP. So, like for example, you see this setup we're supposed to start scaling out here because these are where the draw on liquidity, like where price can potentially hit, then reverse. So if you notice what happened here, let me just try to zoom it in a bit. Okay, so from the first zone here, which was also an order block, you can see price came and sort of rejected that zone. So this is where we're supposed to start scaling out. Again, this was yesterday's highs, which is also near this high, which is the order block. So that's another area to scale out. Then this is the ultimate TP right here. So it's also good to have like at least 3 positions per trade, depending with your risk or depending with the amount of positions you can open. That sort of helps so that you start scaling out as the price is moving, because there's no guarantee that the price will get here. There's no guarantee. So it's always good to scale out, then break even. So if price decides to pull back, at least you would have taken something here, Then the runner, if it comes back to break even, that's still fine because you would have still cashed out something. Let's see, Nasdaq. Right, same thing with Nasdaq. You can see they've hit this high here. That's a draw on liquidity there. Once liquidity is taken above, the price can actually retrace and melt. So that's why we always try to take profits or to scale out on the next draw in liquidity. So this one, though, I'm still hoping it will push up. So let's just see how it plays out. I'll just look on that and we'll see how it goes. Right, Apple, I've seen where price is going on Apple before it actually starts to buy. On my phone, this price action is looking different, but I feel like price is coming into this area. On my phone, the chart is so different. But there's a zone on the daily chart where I feel price is going. Let's see, I think could be this one here. Yeah, the price of Apple can drop to 171, around about that area before we even look for buys. But I'll try to share my view on the phone because I've got a different setup. But here you can see we are in a downtrend. This gap was filled here. Once the gap was filled, price dropped. We had a gap here which was semi-filled here. Price seems to be dropping, and we could create a lower low, or we could bounce off this area because I don't feel like we will really sell on oil on our Apple. But I'll see what's happening with the fundamental events. Right, let's see what's happening here. We're getting a retracement there. Also a retracement here. Price feels like it's pushing up. All right, so these are our trades, bro. I think I'll give updates later on in the group. I'll just see how the price moves from now until maybe 5:30. From 5 o'clock to 5:30, I'll give the update. But oil should get to our TP, same as Nasdaq, same as CJ. Then EU is the only stubborn one. You can see now it's even going back down again. So I don't really know what it wants to do. But again, we've got our buy stops up here. So if they decide to push up, even if we are not on the charts, they will still trigger us into the trade here. And our stop loss is now here, 17300 for those buy, and we'll see if they will push to TP. So I'll just keep an eye on that one as well. So apart from this, I don't think I've got anything else. Okay, Leka bro. So I think I recorded this session, so I'll send it to you just now as soon as it finishes downloading. Then you can just go through some of the stuff. So have an awesome day, bro. Tomorrow we should kill Euro in the afternoon. We'll plug in at 2 in the afternoon. Because the news is at 2:15. So we'll plug in at 2 o'clock, then we'll see if we can trade Euro news. All right, most definitely. Okay, bro. Have a good one.